All right, awesome. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again. Come one, come all. We are back. We are back after the long summer. In my case, the summer. Remember that here at the southern hemisphere, we have the summer right now. Yes, we spend Christmas as well as New Year with a folding chair, sunglasses, and at the beach, not in the middle of the snow. I would certainly love to learn how it feels to touch snow actually, because I've never touched snow. But well, we've got our advantages, I guess. For example, Santa Claus, as I've said, we picture him with a folding chair, sunglasses, and all of that. All right. The important thing is that we're back. I believe I stopped streaming on December the 21st. Okay. And we're back after these weeks of celebration. All right, here we are. Sorry, I was ensuring everything is working properly. Right. First of all, we'll be, as you can see, we will finish. First of all, we'll finish Age of Empires 4. We'll finish the Rus campaign, which is the last campaign. We did all of these on hard mode, version 1.00, all of them. That means it was before all of the balance, better called nerfs. The nerfs they did to all of the races, so they were extra hard. That's what I've realized, and that's why I changed all of the thumbnails for the YouTube videos, just in case you saw them. So we were able to beat all of these 3 campaigns on hard mode, but on the highest possible difficulty, because there weren't any patches, there weren't any balance thingies, and we're going to do the same. We're going to do the same for this final Rus campaign. After we finish the Rus campaign, you could see that I did a review for once I finished the British campaign, the French, and the Mongol campaign. Every time I finished one of those 3 campaigns, I did kind of like a small wrap-up, a small and brief conclusion. And once we finish this campaign, this final 4th campaign, we will get once and for all to the final analysis for this game. Let me see, the upload speed seems to be perfect. Alright, so we'll get to the final analysis for Age of Empires 4. I more or less have an idea. I don't think that just because it's been 2 weeks since I've played the game, I've forgotten everything about it. No, I still have the bolts. I remember what I said, I remember what I played, and I remember my experiences. So don't worry, we'll get to the final analysis. And afterwards, I will kind of like officially celebrate the opening ceremony for my streaming year. Right, we'll begin with a new game that I've been picking. I've been carefully examining more or less what are the games that we're going to play throughout this year. Well, not this year, but in the coming weeks or months. And after I finish the final analysis for Age of Empires 4, we'll get to begin this awesome and great 2022 with more RTS games with more forgotten gems from, yes, the RTS genre, isometric action RPG genre, everything we love about discovering and analyzing all of these games that certainly deserved much more praise. I was able to get to my holidays, enjoy my holidays, Christmas, New Year, so we're back with all of our strength back to continue. Alright, so for now we'll focus on the analysis for Age of Empires 4, then I will do kind of like, once I finish the analysis for this one, I will go back to doing the intros and all of those things. So don't worry, the intros are not gone. I have plenty of topics to discuss about the degenerates that are sadly poisoning people's minds with all of these. First of all, with the most horrible, the shittiest haircuts I've seen in a while. I think that if people from the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, or even, I don't know, from any period of history would look, and if they were alive, they would say, God damn it, what has the humanity ended up being? And they would go back to their tombs. Because nowadays, the trend is to get those wannabe gangster haircuts and dye them with blue, green, and the rest of the unnatural colors that we see every day on the street, right? Or at public buildings or those things. Well, you get that point. We are full of zombies, wannabe gangsters. I don't know, but well, we'll leave that for the official opening or official ceremony once I get to the next game. Now, let's get back to the analysis for Age of Empires 4, shall we? But first of all, I will be streaming for now up until March, at least up until March. I know today's Monday, but then we'll go back to the usual schedule, so don't worry, the schedule is perfectly fine. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays up until March. After March, after March, maybe I'll be able to go back to my original, to the OG schedule, which was actually on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Well, not Wednesdays, but yeah, more. I'll try to stream a bit more if I can. Remember, I've got plenty of things to do. Teaching English, being a lawyer, all of those things. They consume a lot of time. I've said that I would love to be able to spend more time streaming, but sometimes our desires are one thing and reality is a totally different thing, right? But don't worry, more or less I'll keep streaming, and I hope this second year of streaming is positive for all of us. I certainly loved my journey, let's say, during 2021 or throughout 2021. It was awesome. But 2022 will be even better. I'm sure of it. So, since I'm sure of it, let's begin with this. Rebuilding Moscow. Regarding the campaign for Age of Empires 4, remember, The Mongol Empire and the Rus, apparently, these Eastern civilizations, apparently they're pretty asymmetrical. That's what I've seen. And yes, I know you must be thinking, who doesn't know that by now we play the multiplayer for thousands of hours while you are still playing the campaigns? Yes. The thing is, I don't qualify a game without playing all of its missions on hard mode. As I've said, I don't have that much time for streaming, so it has taken me all of this time to get to this point. But I will never qualify a game, because I qualify games, I put a label on them. I don't care if 1, 5, or only 10 or only 20 people watch my analysis. I don't care about that. If I'm putting a label on a game with my qualifications A, B, C, D, E, F, it is my responsibility playing them all the way up until the end. And if I can, with all of the side quests. Sometimes I'm not able to play all of the side quests, even though I take their existence into account at the moment of qualifying. But for the most part, most of my analysis have been with the side quests. Yes, some of my analysis have taken even a whole month, because that's the correct and responsible thing to do. Gaming press, those sadly illiterates, they don't care about that. They'll put a label on a game, say good, bad, without using any kind of rational arguments, and they will tell you, yeah, you should play this one, you should play. No, I will never do that. I'm here to play, but also analyze in depth all of these games. And in depth means playing through all of their campaign. Then the multiplayer, I'll get to the skirmish mode and all of those things. I honestly, I'm an old school reviewer, let's say. For me, that will always be secondary. For me, the important part is the structure for the campaign, the difficulty, the level design, all of the things you already know if you've been watching my channel. So, let's get to it. I've already wasted enough of your time, 13 minutes exactly, so let's get to it. Final campaign for Age of Empires 4. Rebuilding Moscow. Fort to city. In just a few short years, the once proud Rus principalities were razed and annexed by the Mongol invaders of the Golden Horde. But one small town would rise from the ashes. Moscow. Alright. As much as I know about European history, I know I've already said this, I know nothing about the Mongols or the Russians. I assume it's still Russians. So let's get to it. It will be interesting because the Eastern civilizations are kind of like asymmetrical to the European ones, to the Western. It'll be interesting. So let's see what the game has in store for us, the final campaign.
Today, Moscow is a metropolis of over 11 million people. But 800 years ago, it was a small village on the banks of the Moskva River. A modest settlement surrounded by simple wooden defenses. It gave little indication of its future greatness or its ability to evolve through adversity. Moscow was frequently attacked and destroyed. Yet each time, it rose from the ashes, stronger and better defended. Its first real test came in 1238. This time, they faced a new enemy, the Mongols. Moscow had been largely unaware of the growing threat in Central Asia. great Mongol Empire had conquered most of the Asian continent. His descendants continued his work to expand the empire. His grandson, Batu Khan, led the armies of what would become known as the Golden Horde. Their goal: to extract money from principalities they conquered. One by one, states in the region, known collectively as the Rus, fell to the Golden Horde. Moscow was next. In 1238, the Mongol Golden Horde surrounded Moscow and besieged its wooden walls. It would only hold out for 5 days. Moscow burned. That could have been the end of its story, but the people of Moscow were resilient. They would not give up their home or their control of the Moskva River, an important trade route. They began to rebuild and strengthen Moscow's defenses. Yet one question remained. Would the terror return?
Mongol raiders left the town of Moscow burned to the ground, but the resilient Muscovites were determined to rebuild their home, this time stronger than before. First of all, it will be interesting to see how much more asymmetrical the Russian civilization will be. It'll be curious to see if there's any shade or grade of resemblance to the faction from Age of Empires 3. So it'll be interesting, because when I played the Mongol campaign, which I said it was I said last year it was the most it was the most polished campaign out of the 3 I played, the Mongol campaign. Without a doubt, the French campaign, sadly, it could have been much better. They didn't put enough effort into it, as I see it. It was full of inconsistencies. But well, it will be interesting to see this final campaign.
As Mongol raiders burned their way through the wooden city. With no other Rus coming to their aid, it was up to the people of Moscow to drive away their attackers and beat out the flames.
Protect Moscow. How? Well, we got 88. Not much I can do. Any idea on how to defend this? It'll be better if you shoot your arrows. I don't know. Seems the reasonable thing to do. Alright, first of all, give me a sec. Let's save. See, my last save is from... It's from December. Put out fires. Chase of alright, I have to... Alright, we've got to repair the city.
The remaining Mongols were driven away by the tenacious Muscovites.
Muscovites. You know, I've never been called like that with the with the specific name of my city. That's because I live in it. Because we have a specific word in Spanish for that. But well. Though I've heard things like New Yorker or... But I cannot remember if I've heard from any other cities. There must be. No, we have a specific word for that. Now let's see. Alright. I guess I should rebuild. Fortified palisade wall. Well, this is different. Unique to the ruse. Well, so the but we have wood. Not accessible. So what do you want me to do? Rebuild this house. Rebuild.
Knew that they could rapidly construct buildings out of wood.
Huh?
And so gathered what they needed from the forest.
Ah, wait. What's that? So it's cheaper to rebuild buildings. Interesting. That's not... Ah, wait. Here we go. Interesting. Hunting cabin. Let's read a bit. Because these are unique buildings. I've never used them. Besides, it's been 2 weeks since I played this game. What's this? This is so different. Well, not extremely different, but you get the point. We have no wood inside of this place. Hunting cabins serve as food drop-off point for the ruse. Okay, but what's the difference between that and the normal camps? Because, you know, we can build camps. Let's see. Villagers can drop off food at this building. It houses technologies to improve food gathering and produces scouts. Generates gold based on the number of nearby trees. Gold rate decreased by nearby hunting cabins. Generates gold based on the number of nearby trees. And how do I measure that? Ah, there's kind of like this sphere of influence or area of effect. Damn, that's strange. So the building which produces gold is also responsible. Can we create... No, we can create the mill just as we would normally do for European civilizations. So this one's not producing any gold, but I can gather food and it will be delivered over there. Also wood, right? Is it a drop-off point for wood as well or not? Drop-off food generates gold, but it doesn't say a thing about wood. No, he's coming right over there. Right over here, sorry. Reveal. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Have some patience. People. I'm just back right now. I need to adapt. So this thing should actually be here. Can I kind of like pack it up as we used to do with the Mongols and move it? No. Okay. Alright, I can't. We need the lumber camp. Alright, we'll do this then. And they can gather gold kind of like the traditional way, but also through but also by constructing another one of those things. But I need 100 wood. Build a wooden fortress near this lumber camp for protection and resource drop of bananas. What the? Wooden fortress. This one? Unique to Rus. Damn, this civilization has a lot of unique buildings, just like the Mongols. I know, but they are just 45 wooden walls. What the? Did you see that? 3 seconds? 10 seconds, that's so short. So they are experts at creating wooden walls, I assume. Okay. Hunter's Boon. Ruse units that earn a hunting bounty by killing animals after reaching a certain threshold of the bounty. Rus villagers receive a global increase to their harvest rate of food. Provide gold also speeds up. 100 bounty total plus 10%. Food harvest rates. Generate gold over.
Several villagers had
So
fled during the Mongol attack, and some were still in hiding.
optional locate 3. Well, whatever. Locate 3 hunting cabins sheltering villagers. Okay. How about we first produce some more troops? Right. Wooden fortress. Let's see. Go for that one. And this one, these should generate gold, right? These should generate gold. But they are going to destroy that forest, so it should be here. I know, but it's close to this one. It also shouldn't be close to the other ones. So, damn, this civilization has a lot of new rules. Let's see. Try it here. Let's try building it there. Produce or locate. We're going to produce them. Yes, I know I should be advancing to the next stage. Don't worry. We'll grab one of the villagers that are being produced. And let's see how resistant could this thing be. They are going to be effective against Zerg rushes, let's say. Against early game rushes. Not accessible. Alright, not accessible. You can't do that, I guess. The game's telling me. I don't think this can protect us, but well. Rebuild 6 destroyed structures. Rebuild this house, alright. Perhaps I should, you know. So are we getting gold or what? Yes, plus 21 per minute.
As the city rose from the ashes, the Muscovites would lay the foundations for a unique fortified complex. This
Really?
iconic structure would be known as the Kremlin.
The Kremlin. Ah, it's... I'm being awarded. Ah, alright. Right. I was about to begin the production myself. Forget about that. There's some gold there, but I don't like relying on that. So, let's go over all of this again, because then I will be in the middle of the battlefield, in the heat of battle, and I won't remember. What are the rules? Hunting bounty. Rus units earn a bounty of gold for any animal they kill. Alright, so they also get gold by simply hunting animals. And if you reach 100 bounty total, you get a 10% food harvest, and also gold rate increase. Alright, so these guys here should be hunting. Do I get the gold immediately? Yes. Yes. Interesting. Damn, these guys are a threat to the environment nowadays. People would say. It's funny how nowadays everyone is complaining about how we are destroying the environment, but even though humanity was able to reach this point exclusively because of that. Interesting how they hate their own species. Interesting how dogs don't hate other dogs, cats don't hate other cats, but we have human beings saying that, oh, the human race has destroyed the planet. Oh my god, we are so evil. No ignorance. No, we are not evil. We are simply much more complex than normal animals. We are not dogs. We are not cats. Our brains are much more complex. See, the year has just started out and I'm already ranting. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. Stupidity is the biggest and most unfair thing that has ever happened to humanity. But well. Let's... only two. I just need only two. Let's replace those two farmers there. Because I want these guys to continue hunting. 30. Tier 1. Tier 2. Tier 3. Damn, this is so different. When compared to other...
The woods surrounding Moscow provided an abundance of resources.
What? That thing didn't die. Ah, careful. Ah, damn. We'll unlock accumulating bounties. We'll unlock economic bonuses. Beauty bounty. What happens if I kill the boar with troops instead of villagers? Damn, that thing is immortal. What the... Ah, we're in trouble. Anyways, where were we? I want to see... Wait, these guys run. They're faster than normal units. Well, let's see. What the... 4 armor. We don't have any armor. Damn. He just killed Spearman. Hey, I got 50 bounty. 50 gold. Total bounties accumulated. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Interesting. Rebuild the Kremlin. Damn, this civilization is so asymmetrical when compared to... Western civilizations. Kremlin, what do we do? What do we do with this? Access a number camps and towns and everything.
It would need a fierce military and a strong defensive perimeter.
How about you let me advance to the next stage?
The Muscovites knew
I've already done, so damn, I'm stupid. Damn. We need this. Alright, I think it's... I think... Build a wooden fortress, more or less this thing. The damage of arrows fired from this wooden fortress lasts... Alright, This civilization seems to be focused on fending off early game attacks.